In this class, we shall discuss the basic classes and fundamental categories in colon classification, 6th edition, 1963 reprint. This class explains the rules for constructing class numbers in main classes, canonical classes, systems and specials with detailed explanations. We discuss here about fundamental categories and their manifestations in rounds and levels. The explanations of all the mentioned rules for constructing class numbers are supported with ample numbers of examples. After going through this class, you learn about the concept, significance and application of colon classification in regard to main classes, canonical classes, systems and specials, rounds and levels of manifestations of fundamental categories, and absent, diffused and latent and differential facets. What is main class? A subject is a branch of knowledge which must have at least one basic class. A basic class is a subject without any isolate idea. A subject without having it cannot be thought about. In general, a basic class may be divided into main classes and canonical classes. Main classes are formed out of traditional concepts. The colon classification 6th edition divides the universe of subjects into different main classes which are enumerated in chapter 1, part 2. The main classes have been grouped under partially comprehensive classes, vide chapter 1, part 1. If the subject covered in a document embraces more than one main class, an appropriate partially comprehensive class should be assigned for it. The main class generally is to be considered for the documents which deal with the classes from more than one partially comprehensive classes. Partially comprehensive classes and main classes according to CC6 are presented here. The partially comprehensive classes as natural sciences and its notation is capital A, physical sciences is denoted by gamma, biosciences is denoted by capital G in Roman letter, social sciences is denoted by sigma, humanities by nu, humanities and social sciences together is denoted by mu, and literature and linguistics as capital NZ in Roman. And again here we present the main classes and their notation as we get from the chapter 1 in part 2. Here the notations almost all are in capital letters except generally a class that is in small z, that is indicated in small z, and general a bibliography is again indicated in small a, and library science notation for library science is 2. From mathematics to law all are indicated by capital Romans, and partially comprehensive subjects such as mathematics to medicine and useful arts are come under the physical sciences. Now what are the canonical classes? Whereas the conceptual basis of main classes are traditional, again the traditional division of a main class form canonical classes. The canonical classes are not derived on the basis of definite characteristics. Examples of main classes provided with canonical classes are shown here, such as in main class mathematics or basic class mathematics we get canonical classes arithmetic, algebra, analysis, other methods, trigonometry, geometry, mechanics, astronomy, etc. In basic class physics we get fundamentals of physics, properties of matter, sound, heat, light, radiation, electricity, magnetism, etc. as canonical classes. In useful arts, this is a hold all type of main class where all the arts and crafts, that is the application of sciences, are included. All the division of this main class are only canonical. Two illustrative divisions, namely textiles and rope making, are given. Numbers of other canonical classes are listed, and it is directed in the rules for that particular chapter or class that a similar schedule for each of the listed classes should be constructed whenever necessary. Thus, notation of any subject fallen in the canonical division of this basic class can be produced. Again, for example, in fine arts, we get canonical classes: architecture, sculpture, graphic art, painting, music, dance, puppet play, shadow play, cinema, talkies, etc. And in philosophy, we get logic, epistemology, metaphysics, ethics. These are all, here we present examples of canonical classes, such as in mathematics, basic class, the notation is B. For astronomy, the canonical class of mathematics, the notation is B9, and therefore the theory of stars and galaxies will be classified as B9 7, that is theoretical astronomy. That is theoretical astronomy comes under energy facet of astronomy canonical class. Again, art of stamp collection. The useful arts here, M, and philately, that is the art of stamp collection, is the canonical class of the basic class useful arts. So the notation for philately is there, MYX46. So the class number is MYX46. Now, what are the systems and special facets? Different subjects may require different types of treatment depending upon their nature of development and convention. A subject may be treated differently from a particular viewpoint or a system of thought. For example, quantum theory in physics or Ayurveda system of medicine are particular system of thought within the basic subject physics and medicine respectively. These are known as system facets and considered as the first kind of an amplified main class. Again, a subject may also be studied in a narrow field of specialization. Here, the field of study is very intensive instead of being extensive. For example, treatment or medical science for children is a narrow field of specialization in main class medicine. These are known as special facet and treated as a second kind of amplified main class. Ranganathan has devised a very neat and mechanical method to represent the system. The focus in the system facet should be obtained by the chronological device using the date of the origin of the system as epoch. For example, in main class is psychology. SM9 denotes psychoanalytic system, as psychoanalysis was founded by Freud in 1890s. So, S is the notation for psychology, and its system, psychoanalytic system, is denoted by M9. M denotes here 19th century. M denotes here the century 1800 to 1899, and 1890s, the decade of 1890s is denoted by M9. So here S is the notation for psychology and M9 denotes 1890. So SM9 denotes the psychoanalytic system, as psychoanalysis was founded by Freud in 1890s. But the most favored system is not represented by chronological device, but by the application of the favored category device. Usually, The systems occur at the level of a main class, and in some cases the systems may also occur at the canonical class level or even at the level of isolate. Here we present some of the systems in different main classes or in canonical classes. Such as in physics we get gravitation theory, in agriculture there is forestry, in medicine there is Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, homeopathy, naturopathy. In psychology we get experimental psychology, psychoanalytic, gestalt, etc. Again, similarly, we get instances of systems in main class education or economics, even in the election system in main class B history. The system facets are treated as the main classes, and the facet formula applicable to the basic class or main class is also applicable to the systems, excepting in case of the use of the indicator digits in first round personality facet. Unlike main basic class, systems need indicator digit for personality facet, where we observe in the facet formula of different basic classes, the first round personality facet generally omit indicator digit. Otherwise, but in case of systems and specials, such indicator digits for personality facet is required, that is comma. Otherwise, the class number will wrongly indicate another system of thought. This is because of the method of applying chronological device for building the notation of systems. As for example, in education we get Rousseau School, TL. Capital T is the notation for education main class, and again TL, 13, Rousseau School for early childhood education. Here the personality facet requires a comma as indicator digit. Special facets. The term special in the colon classification stands for the field of specialization by restricting the area of study. Specials are treated as second kind of an amplified main class. Some examples of specials from different main class or canonical classes are presented here, such as in physics we get special in C9a, that is molecular ray is denoted by C9b1, such as we get C9a specials as molecular ray, the notation is C9b1, C9b2 atom, C9b3 nucleus. Then in biology we get G9a specials. In agriculture we get G9a specials. There are specials facet listed there. And in again medicine we get embryo, child, adolescent, old age, female, tropical medicine. These are all treated as specials in main class medicine. Again in economics we also get some special facets. Here are some explanations and examples. Specials in main class economics. These are denoted by amplifying the main class digit by 9 followed by another Roman capital, such as specials in economics, X9A. Again, then we get there the enumerated specials in economics, such as small scale economy is X9B. Public enterprise is denoted by X9W. The alphabetical digit after 9 is either got by alphabetical device or by pseudo subject device or is purely arbitrary. Now, what are the rules we have to follow for using systems facet and special facets? The special facet should succeed the system facet but precede all other facets if both the facets are present. When system or special facet occur, the digit for the main class is not required, and if both system facet and special facet are present, the digit for main class in the special facet is to be omitted as it has already been represented in the system facet. When a personality facet follows a system facet or special facet or both, then a comma must precede it. And if both the system and special facets are present, then the system facet should be denoted first, followed by the special facet, and after the special facet, the personality facet will come. A comma should be put between the system facet and special facet, and again between the special facet and the personality facet. The facet formula is then first system facet, comma special facet, comma personality. Here we get an example, class number for homeopathic treatment of the eye diseases in children. Here main class is medicine and system facet there is homeopathic medicine denoted by LL notation. Then child's medicine is the special facet and it is denoted by L9C. Then the personality facet is I, and then diseases is the energy facet, and treatment is also the energy facet that comes in the second round. So the class number will be LL, both capital, comma 9C, comma 185, colon 4, colon 6. Here the LL system facet denotes that it belongs to the main class medicine. For that, the notation for the main class medicine is not required because it is the system facet of the same class. Next, to discuss the fundamental categories. A main class or a canonical class is said to be the basic class. Each basic class is divided on the basis of one or more trains of characteristics. Depending upon the characteristics, Ranganathan divides each basic class into the 5 fundamental categories such as personality, matter, energy, space and time based on the postulate of fundamental categories. Once the basic subject is determined, the next step is to analyze the subject to get its constituent categories. This process is applicable for compound and complex subjects. Colon classification is a freely faceted classification. The fundamental concept of this is to analyze and break down the component facets into different categories. The notation for the basic subjects and its isolated ideas are obtained from the respective schedules. The final class number is then synthesized from the notation obtained following the proper syntax and facet formula. The syntax is formed by using certain connecting symbols. In general, the syntax to synthesize class number should be basic class, then comma for personality facet, semicolon matter facet, colon energy facet, dot space facet, inverted single inverted comma time facet. But we need to follow the facet formula of the main classes, canonical classes, systems and special facets as instructed in the schedules of respective classes. Rounds of manifestation of fundamental categories. A subject can be manifested in any or all of its fundamental categories more than once. The personality, matter and energy facets of a subject may be manifested in more than one round. The rounds are expressed as first round personality as P within square bracket, then second round personality is denoted by 2P, third round is denoted by 3P, etc. Next, levels of manifestation of fundamental categories. In one and the same round, personality and matter may again be manifested in more than one level within a subject. Thus, rounds and levels may be indicated as P2, 2P2, 2M2. That is, P2 indicates first round, second level personality facet. 2P2 indicates second round, second level personality facet. 3P indicates third round, first level of personality facet. And 2M2 indicates second round, second level of matter facet. Time and space facet can be manifested only in the last round of the subject, and they can be manifested in different levels. And energy facet of a basic subject may be manifested only once in a particular round. So, manifestation of energy in different levels is not possible. Here we show examples of fundamental categories. Here an example is presented, classifying mathematics books in university libraries. The main class is library science 2. Then university library is indicated by 3-4 in the personality facet of the main class library science. Then matter is the printed books is the matter and indicated by 1-4, and classification is the energy facet and it is indicated by 5-1. Mathematics comes under the second round personality facet and it is created by subject devised, and the notation is therefore B within parenthesis. Therefore, the class number is 234 semicolon 14 colon 51, then within parenthesis B. Again, treatment of bacterial infection in rice plants. Here main class J, that is agriculture. Then rice plant, here P and P2 are taken together as 381. P is the first round first level personality and P2 is the first round second level personality, and taken together the notation is 381. And disease energy for bacterial infection, the second round personality, that is 33, and treatment is second round energy, that is 6. So the class number will be J381 then colon 433 colon 6 as per the facet formula therein. Now we move on to absent, diffused, latent and differential facets. What are these different types of facets? The fundamental categories manifested in their rounds and levels as applicable are given under a main class in CC 6th edition. During classifying a subject, a classifier needs to analyze the facets in the subject and to pick up notation from the schedule of the main class in CC6, and finally to synthesize the class number with the notation of the facets. In this process, a specific subject may not have all the facets of the main class to which it belongs. One or more facets may be absent in a specific document, title or subject. We know all the main classes must have their own personality facet, but they may not have the matter or energy facets. We can find many documents, the subject of which do not specify personality facets, such as consider a document titled as Cataloging of Maps. In this title, the type of library is not specified, that is, personality facet is absent. So, some facet in the title may be absent and those are called absent facets. Diffused facets indicates an absent facet, but all the foci in that facet are considered to be present overtly instead of specifying a particular focus pinpointed. Here the personality facet is diffused because no specific focus in the personality facet is pinpointed, rather all the foci in this facet are indicated. Human diseases indicate disease of an organ or system, which are the foci in personality facet in main class medicine. Now, what are latent facet? In the raw title of a subject, a facet may be implicit or explicit. As for example, in a title, say for example, storing of rice. The facet storing is possible only when the facet harvesting is complete. But in the title, harvesting is hidden. This facet is implicit and called the latent facet. For classifying this title, the hidden facet must be expressed in the proper place in the facet sequence. Here the basic subject is agriculture, J, and rice is the personality facet indicated by 381, and we do not get harvesting in the storing of rice, this title, in the title storing of rice, but we must have the facet harvesting in analyzing the title, because without harvesting we cannot store rice. Therefore, the class number is J381. Then comes the facet class number or isolate number for harvesting, that is 7 in the first round of energy. After that comes the second round of energy, that is storing, and the notation for storing is 8. So the class number is J381:7:8. Now, what is differential facet? In CC 6th edition, that is colon classification 6th edition, notation of isolates from different facets are combined to synthesize the class number of a subject. But due to certain characteristics and specialized aspects of a particular main class, different levels of its personality facet are specified and cannot be freely combined to other facets. As for example, energy facet may not be commonly combined to all the second level personality facet, and thus energy facets may be different for different groups of second level personality facet for a main class. So, for example, the main class D engineering, some of the isolates in personality facets are irrigation and drainage work, building, transport, then transport track, and then transport vehicle, mechanical engineering, heat engine, electronic engineering. If we examine the above facet, the isolates in the personality facet under the main class D engineering, we may observe that second level of these personality facets for each of the personality facet and their subdivisions are separately grouped, as the nature of second level personality facet cannot be same for all. So, you are required to observe the main class D engineering, and many other instances are there to experience the differential facet there. Now, colon classification is an analytical-synthetic scheme of classification, which is based on the principle of facet analysis. The basic classes are categorized on the basis of traditional categorization of the universe of knowledge. These are designated as main classes. Main classes may be divided into canonical classes or in systems and special facets. The introduction of 5 fundamental categories, namely personality, matter, energy, space and time, are the basis of subject analysis in colon classification. Their rounds and levels describe the manifestations of facets of a subject. The facets may again be recognized as absent, diffused, latent and differential facets depending upon their expositions in the schedules. In this class, we have discussed all these aspects of colon classification within the purview of 6th edition 1963 reprint with an approach to practical classification. Thank you.